I had never expected to say this because John Bolton is a friend of mine. He's been on this show many, many times. He was generous with his time to me as well when he was National Security Advisor. But I'm shocked, not by his book, I haven't read it, but by what Judge Royce Lambert wrote in his ruling about the book. The judge concluded, quote, "The court is persuaded that defendant Bolton likely jeopardized national security by disclosing classified information in violation of his non-disclosure agreement obligations. Bolton may indeed have caused the country irreparable harm. With hundreds of thousands of copies around the globe, many in newsrooms, the damage is done. There is no restoring the status quo." So the injunction was denied because the judge basically said there's nothing we can do about it. But jeopardized national security. How much damage did this book do, Mr. Pompeo?
So, Hugh, I haven't had a chance to read the book either. I've seen a number of the excerpts have been put out. I'd say three things about it. First of all, first, a number of things I've seen. I was in the room too. I was present for those. I remember them very differently. These are things that have been either fully spun or frankly, just lies that don't reflect what truly happened there. Second, the book says he was in the room. The truth is, he was such a difficult person and leaked so much information even while he was still in office that it was often the case that he wasn't a participant in the meetings because we all had come to see that there was real risk that this information would end up in places it shouldn't have. And then finally, to your larger point, I think Judge Lambert has it right. This is unprecedented, what John Bolton chose to do while a current president is still in office, to have his most senior national security staff member write a book containing detailed asserted quotations about what was said to foreign leaders, what was said in very private meetings on sensitive topics, presents enormous risk. I've also seen instances where there's information that I am confident was classified, and I am saddened because this is a horrible precedent. And I hope, I'll leave to Attorney General Barr to make the final decision, but as I stare at that, this is the kind of thing that we've seen happen. I was a soldier once, Hugh, you know that story. I saw young soldiers who were prosecuted for releasing classified information at a much lower level, who were much more junior, and who didn't have 30 years of experience handling classified information. This is something that has real criminal risk associated with it, and for the life of me, I can't figure out how it's the case that this can be permitted to stand without a real response. If this becomes the pattern and practice, this is truly damaging to American national security.